let you in on a little secret. I am a blow-in. I'm not originally from Dunshaughlin. In fact, I never even heard of Dunshaughlin before I lived here. Probably shouldn't say that, but I really knew nothing about the area. I had no connections, I had no contacts. I was starting from scratch. Dunshaughlin Dance was never actually meant to happen. I had no intentions of creating a dance school. In fact, I didn't really believe in myself enough to start this. I had just come back from America. I was teaching dance in New York, and just prior to that we moved to Dunshaughlin. It was really clear to me that there wasn't enough here in the village. There wasn't enough dance opportunity. There was definitely more of a presence for stage schools or pantomimes and kind of performing arts, that kind of thing. Not necessarily dance, but especially not hip hop, and especially not competitive dance in any way, shape or form. That was definitely more prevalent, and still is more prevalent, in Dublin. If I'm quite honest, if it wasn't for my partner who convinced me that there needs to be something here in Dunshaughlin, I probably wouldn't have even started it, and Dunshaughlin Dance would never have existed. That gesture of encouraging me to start a dance school or even a dance class, anything in Dunshaughlin, has actually really stayed with me as a teacher now, because every day our students will come up against something that they don't think they can do, or that they don't believe they can do. It's such an important quality to have, to remind and encourage and push our students to do things even if they don't believe in it themselves.
Okay, so how did I go from an idea to building an actual business? What I did have was experience in dance. I was already teaching, had teaching qualifications, was a professional dancer already, was a competitive dancer as well. I had my dance experience, and I had my resilience and I had my qualities that got me through dance. And anyone that is a competitive dancer will know that you are the type of person that can work well under pressure. You can work fast. You're so used to working in fast-paced environments. So all of those qualities carry through still to this day running a business for me. And yes, I technically have a degree in business management as well, but I don't think what I learned in university really prepared me for what running a business is actually like. Yes, it teaches you theory, it teaches you systems and structure, that kind of thing, but real life is very, very different to that. It definitely does not prepare you for having maybe 200 customers looking to you as a leader. Doesn't prepare you for financial pressure, accounting, and just like difficult conversations. Those kind of things all come with experience and you learn on the job. So yeah, that's what I had to start, and I kind of treated it, when I started Dunshaughlin Dance, I treated it as if it was already successful. I kind of behaved like the brand was already established. I already portrayed that it was great because I knew dance and I knew that what I could teach and I could share was a high standard. The brand was strong, and I was very, very big on social media and kind of making sure that I took every opportunity to get the name out there, and like that, just like behaving like it was around years when it actually wasn't. So in 6 years we've had a growth of over 560%. That is based on the amount of students that were in our first show compared to the amount of students that were in our most recent show, which was back in December. We've had consistent year-on-year growth. We started with just myself. We now have a team of 9 staff members. We went from just having weekly classes to now having 5 competitive crews who have world titles now. We have a pro team, a professional team. But where did that even come from? One, I think as a creative person, you work fast, and that's something that differs from a lot of industries, because you are required to be so creative, to come up with so much choreography and ideas and opportunities. It forces you to work fast, and not only does it force you, but like that's in your nature. That's just how you are, and you want to do that too. Like you enjoy that, you thrive off being in a fast environment. And if you're not working on 5 projects at once, then you're not being fulfilled. One thing that I think was really important that is forgotten is, instead of focusing on all of the students that you could have, or all of the students that you're not reaching, for example, different areas, etc., focus on the ones that you have and give them everything. It's as simple as that. So without sounding cocky or anything like that, my own journey is kind of proof of what a young person can become if they're given the opportunity, if they're given the experience and the responsibility to do so. They will go far because they have the confidence to take risks and to push themselves. They're not afraid to fail. So with that in mind, I poured myself into our students, and I still do. Any opportunity that comes up, whether it's from street dancing to performing on bigger stages to doing a big showcase not once but twice a year, to give them the exposure, to give them the experience, I will give them absolutely anything that I possibly can, because what they will learn from that is just invaluable, and the confidence and the growth that they will, gain is just priceless. And by doing so, we have such a higher retention rate because they are given so much here. There is progression and there's room for different paths that they want to go down. There's real life experience there, like gigging, like competing nationwide, internationally. There's a lot there for them, and I'm not doing that for clout or anything like that. It's because I've seen what can become of them, and even I know we're only 6 years on, but even now the students that started with me at the beginning have given us back way more, in return, by sticking around and by, representing us and being that influence to other people, other dancers. And they have the confidence to do that, and they've had the experience. And what you get back from focusing on your current dancers, your current customers, you get back tenfold. Do your best to make their experience as amazing as you possibly can. That's not to say that I get it right. I get it wrong on a weekly basis, and I make so many mistakes. But again, I'm not afraid to. And when I fail in front of many dancers, and I fail in front of many parents, and that's okay. That's part of learning. But you get better, and you learn the tools to improve for next time. And I guess the last thing is kind of my motto, which is I'll make it work. Well, now it's we'll make it work, because there's a few of us. And I'm very lucky to surround myself with people that will say back to me, we'll make it work, when I come to them with an insane idea. It's, I think, important to not be the type of person that waits for the timing to be perfect or for everything to align well, because realistically, that doesn't happen. And if you're waiting for that, you're just gonna miss out on so many things. I definitely kind of move when something arises. I wouldn't be very risk averse, but not reckless. I will make a calculated decision to go for an opportunity or an event. But in the industry that we're in, a lot of the time these things can pop up and you might have 2 weeks notice. So if it aligns with the vision, we'll make it work. That's all I can say. You know, you kind of have to move fast. Don't sit on it, don't wait on it. Get the email out as soon as possible, organize the rehearsals, whatever it is, and do everything you can to throw yourself into it. You know, life is short, and as dancers, our career might be short too, and it's important that we try everything and do everything we can while our bodies still allow us. A lot of people treat dance as a hobby, and it can be, but we built it as a business, and we did everything that we have done without investment, without funding, just pure consistency, hard work, and putting in the systems and the infrastructure to make it last.